Welcome back to Mr. Buckall's channel. Today's episode, we're gonna do what they say cannot be done. We're gonna do a chainsaw filing video, and we're not gonna get any haters. So, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so the first off to get the chain sharp is to set the tension right. Set the tension on your chain tight. And then we're gonna go over to the vise. Okay, so you're gonna need to have the right tools. They're all, here are the right tools. You got your round file, flat file, your raker gauge, and your roller gauge. And this is all in your technical data section in your book that you should have read. Okay, so we got our tools, we got the chainsaw and the vise. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark two teeth, kind of randomly, I guess. This one and this one. And I conveniently marked it here on the one tooth. There's a tooth that's marked. If you don't want to mark it, it's right there. It's the silver link. Okay, you take your roller gauge, and if you notice on the inside of the roller gauge, there's two little arrows. That's towards the front, so you know which way they're going. And then start filing. Hard to see this one because it's the black one. And I don't really count the strokes. I look at the cutting plate, the top plate, and once the edge is nice and crisp in the file, see here, the tip is not quite, see that? It's not quite pointy at the end. So I'm gonna keep on going. No. Okay, so the strokes are not all that important. What's important is what's going on on the cutting edge here. And the last few strokes, I like to go really light. Just. Most of these were not even that bad, but better to keep them really sharp than to really have to redo the profile completely. But a lot easier to do a maintenance touch-up than a complete reprofiling. When you hit a rock, it'll mess these teeth up pretty badly. Okay, so we did one side, we flipped the chainsaw over, and now we're going to do the other side. You gotta take your time. Be patient with this, because each tooth may require a different amount of strokes. The real important part is when you set your rakers after you're all done. And we're gonna do that as soon as we're all done. We did it. We got all the way around. Okay, now we're gonna use our, this is the Raker gauge. This one is a 0.65, and that's the height of the cutting plate to the Raker height. That's gonna set how much wood we take off each pass. So we're sitting in here, and okay, so we're all done setting our Raker height. And Raker height's real important. It's pretty much what keeps the saw within the power band of the saw. It's if the rakers were cut too low, then there'd be too much wood cut in each pass, and it would take the RPM of the saw all the way down out of its power zone. So this is manufacturer's way of keeping the saw cutting at its maximum. Very important. Thank you for joining us on that episode, and we're gonna go cut some wood. Lots of it.
Gotta say subscribe.
Subscribe.
More enthusiasm.
Subscribe!